types of monsters in this world. Monsters who will not show themselves and who cause trouble. Monsters who abduct children. Monsters who devour dreams. Monsters who suck blood. And monsters who always tell lies. Lying monsters are a real nuisance. They are much more cunning than other monsters.
Wait, let me read my... In this live stream, I was talking with a viewer, David. If you're here, hello. And there was Archangel saying that I'm the good version of Jakob767. Who? Jakob is a Vlogstar Planet or BSP YouTuber. I don't know why it's in Russia, but he does that. And he created his channel in 2018. Anyways, back to the context. Jakob commented in my live, and long story short, he added me on Discord. We played rivals, and I won every one of it. Oh, this is bulk. This is. Later, I said in the joke that I will ban him in chat because I allege him of cheating. That was a joke, and he said this.
That other guy who joined your stream earlier, I banned him from my chat because he kept calling me pedophile constantly and wanted to argue with me.
Well, I'm going to keep him in the chat.
It's just the community in Blockstar Planet, man. They seem to dox people whenever, I don't know, they get into some drama and call them pedophiles. It is really toxic.
Kinda strange, but good to know. We talk about a little bit on Discord, sending PNGs like these ones for thumbnails, and that's how I met Jakob and we became friends. 2 days later, he was streaming and I want to know more about him while I was watching a British man's video with his friend to kill time. Everybody does this, right? Watching two videos and... But something strange happened. There is a person who is called End Times. Why is he acting like Batman? I added him and... Oh, thank God. It's very important. Can I explain? Yes. And he was right being Batman, because he sent me an 80-page document of all of Jakob's accusations from 2022. He and his team tries to cancel Jakob, but all of his videos got blocked. And at this moment, multiple emotions were swirling my body. But to sum it up, I find it unfair that all of these videos got blocked. If you think their videos contains false information, then maybe Dogpack 404 videos should get blocked as well. So I'm pretty sure it's not false information. Maybe there's Jakob who doesn't want these videos to get published. I looked up at the Google Docs and I'm pissed that these informations are not public because this is absurd. The reason why I started this document or investigation video is to give justice for their efforts. I felt that I must do it out of moral instinct because I have a somewhat huge popularity, and I think it's my responsibility as a YouTuber who gives entertainment, be comfortable on YouTube. Now, to be realistic, these videos have some little publicity before they got blocked. So some people knows that Jakob is a PDF, is a short term for pedo. Plus, I led my little investigation in my corner, and End Times will reveal accusation of Jakob. And lastly, I want to give all the credits to End Times and his team. Anyways, let's go to the docs. So I want to bring this right now. Racism. Now here's a screenshot of him saying the N-word. Boom! Okay, he did not say that. Just kidding. He said a lot in the You can pause the video to look at his message. You will see even more. Maybe he has a darker skin tone and he can say this. Sorry to break your hopes up, but he's not. Now, I don't know if you know this, Jakob, but saying the N-word multiple times in front of people is not good. The why is a bit hard to understand. He uses this a lot, either as an insult or as something that is frequent to say. And our response is, if you're thinking that is okay to say, it's not. Alright, let's start with the first victim, Ender. Jakob and her were in a community server. She was sexually harassed on Discord by Jakob because he wants to see her private parts, even though she's 16 and Jakob's 18, 19. And in Denmark, having a relationship with a minor and a major is illegal, but if the minor is over 15, then they can. If also the minor agrees to it. She didn't, so that means Jakob is a groomer. Now she said Rim's If you don't know Rim, she made an OC of her in a bunny suit during the Arts Halloween special, and Jakob wanted more. There is no legs, masculine lady. Jakob also retraced to Ender's Rimzilla, saying that I did it better. And that's what you get, cause I'm better. He posted his work at his server and trying to put all the blame on Ender. Here's more screenshots of him beefing up with a minor, and he didn't know who is Eren Yeager. The AOT fans will be pissed off. Also, here's one of Jacob's leaking someone's coordinates, but overall he's a massive crap to everyone. He also begs others who cut contact with him, and he uses Ender's real name. The second victim is anonymous, because they have trauma with him. So they were 12, 13, and him 17, 19 back in 2020. We can see that they wanted R34 images, and in this situation, as a young adult, he would stop them. But Jakob didn't. He wanted more, with a devil emoji and pride. Good job! Now you gave them hypersexualization and traumatism. And I know you don't care for them, Jakob, because you are the protagonist, and you don't give a shit. Third, Diamo. Now we can see he doesn't care of his gender, saying I don't care, or this heh me emoji. He was also saying the N-word, which broke Diamo's rules. Plus Art, the person who organized the Art Halloween special, said that Jakob was being rude to the Art's members. He made some art of Jacob's and stated he regretted it. So far in this video, Jakob is racist, groomer, and being a crap to minors, and make trauma out of his disgusting desires. Awesome! And if you think it's over, no, there is more. So there is a relationship between her, being 16, and Jakob, who is 18, 19. Plus, she often lies about her age, but we can see that Jakob knew her age. It's okay to talk explicit things and sexist things to her. She felt sorry for being horrible to him, which he doesn't give a frick. He's really okay to say horny things in the BSP game, which there's kids playing. He's being kinky with her because his hobby is being a motherfucker, and he bring up her, and she felt a bit uncomfortable. She cut him out of her life. The fifth is another anonymous. To sum it up, Jakob is very comfortable to say horny stuff with this anonymous, plus they were in a date. And here's some more of him and this anonymous talking each other. Jakob founded her on Wink, so they talked, and she was pissed off. She didn't want to see him ever again with these messages. She also joined a Discord server. He sent her these photos. She quit. She was uncomfortable with him. Finally, there is one allegation that he declared people's mums the R word. And that's all the victims, and I gotta say, it's messed up. 6 victims is a lot. Now, to be realistic, the 5th victim is the least controversial. Now, they say they were 15, 16, but let's say they were 16. And according to game theory, we can calculate the dating age. You divide your age by 2 plus 7, and you have the results. So, mathematically, this is legal. And if they agree on the relationship. The 4th victim and Fair Angela are a bit controversial. Jakob can date them if they are over 16, but it doesn't mean it's okay to be mean to the 4th victim, nor being a predator with Fair Angela. The 2 victims are uncomfortable with him, and I understand due to his behavior with them, either Jakob being sexist or being pushy. Diamo and Ender's situation with him is problematic for me. Saying the N-word, which is against Diamo's rules, framing Ender and being mean to others, are horrible. I think we need to be respectful to each other's boundaries, because if you don't, it's mean. But you, Jakob, you didn't. Also, you said the N-words, that's a lot. And the most controversial one for me, it's the 2nd victim. You know his age, you know he must stop them to not go R34 website, but you didn't. You made it worse. And they have a psychological problem. I don't know what the hell was going on with the both of them back then, but this screenshot alone tells the entire story of you being guilty, being selfish for your needs, and you don't care for them. So what we learn with the 6 victims, Jakob is racist, sexist, toxic to children, grooming, weird with his messages to others, and a liar. But the Google Docs does it end there. There is Jacob's apology. And it's so freaking bullcrap. So Ender wrote an apology message for Jacob's behavior in a Discord server. And he didn't care. He tried to make excuses so he could be less guilty. He tried to say, "He groomed me!" Exclamation mark, question mark, laughing emoji. Bruh, damn, she really do want to take me down right now. She isn't taking you down. She is apologizing for the members that you harassed. Here's another form of his defense. You can pause and read, but I'll pick some of them. He said that the End Times team were not providing proof and they gave false information and they twisted so much. And with these documents, they will benefit them with a Lamau face. First of all, what do you mean by not providing proof? Also, your phrase is a bit weird. All of these are proofs. Their feelings are proof. They prove that you are weird. You are the weird one in this story. Also, benefit? Well, yeah, of course it's beneficial for them. They accused you for things that they don't like. And that's beneficial. This word in Oxford languages, learn more, means that it's favorable or useful. And it's useful for them that they told their experience with you because it proves that you are a douchebag, a coward of not admitting your crimes to the public because it isn't beneficial for you. And you don't admit that! He continues to defending himself, trying to be the person who is being harassed by End Times to the 6 victims and his team. And this is baloney. This is insane! I'm going insane! I don't know why. Maybe, I think there's a why. They don't harass you. They are providing who you were, a disgusting liar. And you don't even admit that. You will never admitting that because you were scared. You are scared of showing this to the public because you don't want your reputation getting stripped off by them. But you need to admit that you've done that. And the Gogo Docs is finished. Oh yeah, I have my little investigation. Alright, let's start with Discord. Before starting this, I need to add context. After reading these docs, I was pissed at Jacob, but I didn't say it in public. The only person who knows that I was pissed at Jacob is End Times. So for Jacob, he thinks that we are friends. So I used this card for my little advantage. And I want to dig a little bit more of who he is. I didn't want to unsubscribe to his YouTube channel nor block him on Discord because he might get suspicious that I don't know, I'm thinking too much of bad scenarios. So in the end, it's manipulator versus manipulator, skull versus skull, blue versus blue, but deep within us, good versus evil. I wanted to know if all of these docs are true, if he really wrote that, if he's really innocent, and everything in this doc is just a piece of theater. Spoiler alerts, he's not innocent. These docs are true, and Jacob really wrote it. So let's get started. I started the conversation with Blockstar Planet, not program, to learn more of its community. And I lied. I wanted to see how he responded. He said that I need to avoid it. There's paparazzis and they can dox you, which is false because I played BSP a little bit to see its community. And 2 out of 5 answered me with my hello. And they both said that the community can be sometimes toxic and there are no connection between their response and the doxing. Then we talked to Danes and the Vikings. Then I continued with Archangel, calling him a PDF at my live stream. And I wanted to know more about that PDF thingy. He responded that the community sucks. One person lied about her, that the victims lied about their age, saying they're 16, 17 when in reality they are 12, 13. He's being framed. So the grooming, transphobic, religion, racism, and PDF were all faked. I tried to be friendly with him and say if he had defend, and he can't because he isn't in the server. He brought up this account, trying to pretend that he is Jacob, the reviewer, either being weird with him or being racist. He also called out Archangel of not knowing the truth I push even further about the docs, telling him if they know the second victim, and he said yes. He said that Ender introduced them as NSFW kid. There is a 11-year-old kid on Discord server that this kid is dummy fake. He also said that the second victim keeps talking about R34 and he did not want to send her the R34 stuff, but he did. Weird. Now here I said, do you feel guilty that you met the second victim? And it doesn't make sense, and I know that because I was stressed out. He said that they had different personalities and those people like them shouldn't be on Discord. I push even further if he knows the fourth victim, and he stops, thinking it's a waste of time to talk to them. Alright, now let's break some points. First of all, Archangel was not from End Times team. This viewer made it better for him because Jacob can find excuses to defend his arguments. Also, he knows the second victim, Ender, and the fourth victim. He also said that they tried to dox him. With only this evidence, I wasn't in the community server. It's because of Arts. Arts blocked him or banned him, I don't know. So it proves that the Google Docs are actually true. So in the Google Docs, it was actually him writing it. If you did not want to post the second victim, the R34 stuff, then why did you do it? If you don't want to, then why did you add the devil emoji? Why did you wrote more ha ha ha? Like, what the fuck? What he said with the second victim is complete BS. You could have ignored them. You could have stopped them. You could have also educated them, saying that going R34 websites under 18 is bad for you. But you didn't. You didn't. Plus, you don't know their age. Brother, they told you their age. And I know it's bizarre that kids are in Discord, but they are 12, 13 years old. And I don't know if the 11-year-old kid is true because I don't know if Jacob lied or not. There are lots of kids lying at their age, and it's frequent on social media. We all did that at least once. Even though it's unusual to see that, that doesn't mean you should push a child at drawing R34 art. Because it's fucking weird! You are more mature, you are 17, but you use your will for your disgusting desires. And I hated how he wanted to ignore it, saying it's a waste of your time. Like, I know I need to respect his privacy life. Okay, so then your life is more important than the people who you harassed from 5 years ago. There is one person who has a fear from you. You are a real nuisance with others, making people uncomfortable. You don't care for them. You can psychologically destroy someone's mental health and say, it's not my fault, it's their fault. In the end, you don't admit what you did in the past. And that's the problem with you right now. You don't accept your past. And I'm annoyed. And I'm not done. There is one last thing that I wanted to see. It's on Reddit. And now there's no message of him grooming children, thank goodness. So there is this video, which I will show you. So there is a girl who put a band-aid at the stairs. How nice. And there is, be sure to tell your kids about this. Alright, let's see. My attention span is... what the fuck? And then at the end... haha. Alright, I'm going to unsubscribe you, alright? And he commented this. So it shows that he's okay to talk horny things in public. And one last thing, there is a player on Blockstar Planet called Cotton Kitty Dolls who was a PDF. And Jacob responded that people who accuse Violet, Fan Kitty, Doctor, and me, basically anyone over 18 in BSP. That's not true. Imagine I play BSP. Would that make me a pedo? Sure, I'm 18 and not over 18. But I'm not a weird person. Like, I'm not being mean to kids or grooming kids. Because I don't do that. If you are a 67-year-old who wanted to play BSP, okay, then you can. It's like Roblox or Fortnite or Minecraft. Everybody can play if they respect each other's boundaries. But you didn't. Because you are Jacob. There is a difference between playing a game and sending horny, weird, and mean messages with kids you don't know. So Jacob, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you were. But now, we are no longer friends. And that's pretty much it. I'll leave the rest of this investigation on End Times and his team. Again, all credits to them of sharing me this document. So it proved that Jacob is certified racist, insulting people, grooming kids, letting a kid drawing R34 stuff, and he's a liar. Again, please don't attack Jacob's family and his privacy life. Just ignore his presence on social media. Ignore him on YouTube. If you see him, just scroll. That's it. Because I think this is the best way to make him understanding that he's guilty for his actions. And when this video is out, I will immediately cut Jacob out of my life and I'll continue playing games. There is End Times message. Don't forget to take breaks. Oops. Anyways, if you're a kid or a teen, be careful of who you are talking. And to all of you, be respectful when talking with someone that you don't know. And thanks for watching to the end, and remember, be safe out there.
We also need an ass. Can't post it yet. Look at me. Do I look like I know how boobs looks? Like, I think